If you're seeing what's happening right now in LA and you're thinking to yourself, wow, this could never happen in Canada, why don't we take a moment to actually think about how close we were to something similar? The Americans had January 6th. We had the convoy. In both scenarios, those events were excused by certain factions of the right wing as basically being freedom fighters. In the US, MAGA and the Trump loyalists took those January 6th insurrectioners and they made them heroes. In Canada, the vast majority of Canadians and most conservatives looked at the convoy and were like, we are not with them, they are nuts. All except for one person, Pierre Poilievre. Pierre marched with them. He made them part of his branding. They made them part of who he is as a politician. And thankfully, we rejected him at the ballot box recently. I want to make something very clear. Pierre Poilievre is not a fascist in the same way that Donald Trump is. But Pierre was enabling the same types of behavior that led to what is currently happening in the US. The US is about to use their armed forces against their own citizens. Because protesting ICE raids, bad. Trying to break in to the Capitol building and trying to hang the vice president, totally okay. Similarly, in Canada, Indigenous people protesting a pipeline, bad. We have to use the police to break that down. But a bunch of people driving from across the country, setting up shop in Ottawa, making a mess of things, causing massive issues, terrorizing the people who live in downtown Ottawa, preventing them from being able to sleep, making people feel uncomfortable and unsafe, damaging businesses, smashing glass, defecating on monuments. Totally okay in the eyes of Pierre Poilievre. And once again, we can say, well, it'll never happen in Canada. We were really, really damn close to electing a guy who enabled that type of behavior. And believe me, I am in the camp that believes it'll never happen in Canada. But that doesn't mean that things that are very close and very similar can't happen. That doesn't mean that we can't go down a similar slippery slope. It doesn't mean that bad things cannot happen here. And listen, if you're a Liberal or a Carney supporter, look at Bill 2. If you can tell me that there is nothing wrong with Bill 2, you're lying to yourself. Or why don't you go look at Bill 5 in Ontario, a bill that's basically designed to take away our rights in order to benefit developers. Once again, coming directly at the cost of Indigenous voices, while Doug Ford says that Indigenous people are supporting the bill. The creeping authoritarianism of a fascist state happens slowly and then all at once. So never make the excuse that it can't happen here, because even if that specific thing can't happen here, something very similar can.